Beautiful October. Welcome to beautiful October. And let's figure out, we're going towards the end of the year. It's amazing how the year is flying. And I think October is also a very festive season, and everyone's kind of holiday mood. Everyone's giving their best at work because there's something called year ending, and it's a very interesting phase. October is generally interesting. So let's talk about the Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. Very energetic, spontaneous, very hardworking people, and they're doing their work perfectly. They're calm and cool this month about their work. What they don't realize is that they may be getting a raw deal from a business partner, from associates, from your seniors. You're getting a raw deal which you have no knowledge of. A raw deal does not necessarily have to mean money is being less. It could also mean that your ideas, which are very novel, are not being used to the fullest, or maybe somebody else is getting the credit for what you do, or maybe you're being promised things that they're not going to get. So maybe you just need to sit down with your contract, even if this is an old partnership or maybe something that started right now. You need to go back over the contract and reiterate to your partners, to your colleagues, to your associates, to your seniors what they had promised, what is not happening, what doesn't look like it's going to happen, and actually move towards communication, not confrontation, and then get a really peaceful way of doing it. If you are in any kind of partnership and you think that you're not getting the kind of money you desire, you need to open your mouth and talk about it, because you're making money but you're not maybe getting it. Also, there are people who might envy you a lot. Envy is I guess something that people do. But if you know somebody is being negative or envious, you don't have to necessarily be in their company, work with them, or associate. It's okay to say no to people, even if they are giving you big money and big projects. If they are not what you would call people with great integrity, you need to do that. If you are in love with somebody and it's just going here and there and everywhere, you need to give it a definition. You need to tell the individual what's happening between him and you, or you and her, and figure out. Now, if I have to give you a love tip this month, the love tip would be listen to your mate. Don't allow your mate to keep talking, discussing something, and you walk out of the room and your mate feel not heard. That's mean, that's not cool, and that's not what love is all about, is it? So give your all to your love. Have a great October. Let's go to Taurus. Who were having a pretty dynamic month last month, and they still are fabulous, making lots of money. I like people who are in trade, in beauty, in clothes and jewelry, because you showcase, you have exhibitions, and people encourage you to do new innovative things, experimental things, and you do all of that. Great support from people that love you, and support to the extent that they go all out of their way to aid and abet whatever you are doing, which is absolutely great. There's lots of money, and you may choose to reinvest the money in what you're doing and make more money, and also spend on all the luxuries that you desire. Maybe you go get yourself a great bag, great pair of shoes, go for travel, fly to Paris, whatever. I mean, you're doing the works this month, and you so deserve it. If there is a romantic tip I want to give you, it's like, make sure that your romance does not affect the work at the workplace. So you balance your day, your week, keep your weekends for fun, and keep your weeks, the weekdays very focused on goals, short work-oriented goals, not big floozy ones, short ones where you're answerable to yourself and other people, and getting what you've promised yourself for the most part. Have a great October. Let's go to Gemini, who was kind of okay and then became better in the month of September. In the month of October, you have just realized things about yourself. Self-realization can be a very beautiful process or can be a very painful one. Sometimes self-realization comes with a lot of mixed feelings because I wouldn't use the word stuck, but you're facing your demons and you're realizing the way you think is attracting everything in your life, and you might feel just a bit lost. You can confide in a friend, yes. You can confide in a professional, and you can be open to what their feedback is. But for the most part, if you know you're somebody who promises more than you can deliver, who's not very honest about money, who plays power games silently, who dominates people, who inculcates fear and insecurity in others as well as yourself, you correct yourself and you change your destiny by the end of October, because you so realize that being on that path doesn't work for you. And even if this sounds extremely preachy, soul searching is the flavor of October. And hopefully by the end of the year you've just discovered who you really are, which is fantastic. So a romantic tip is, oh my god, you're going to be very flirtatious. You're the charming Gemini. May have lots of affairs of the heart without any intention to make any of them serious. As long as the people with you know what you're up to, you may then not come across as so callous. Have fun. Let's go straight to Cancerians. Oh my goodness, you've decided to be a little more stubborn. If you want what you want, you must know that you need to respect everyone and everything that came into your life and not accept your faults, because that will be too much, but realize and take responsibility for the part you play for not getting what you desire. And so if the inner conflict is over this month, oh my goodness, you're going to there's abundance waiting for you at work. You need to be a little easy on gossip, politics, taking sides of people, and viewing things. Perception is a huge thing in the world, and someone can say something to you and you can perceive it in many ways. Don't perceive it in a negative way. Nobody's out gunning for you. I mean, everybody has enough work to do. Why would they gun for you? You gun for yourself and make yourself the star of your own galaxy and go get what you want, whether it's work, money, or anything. And then you'll be peaceful because your mind will be filled with agenda and assignments which you so need to now put your beautiful mind to. If there is a romantic tip for you, it is everybody is not sleazy. You can trust some people. And you know what? It doesn't take so long for you to discover love. I mean, I think maybe a couple of dates and you know what he or she is all about, and then you either decide to keep or drop. You don't sit down there and wait to change the person. You only change yourself. Have fun. So let's go straight to Leo and figure out, they're having a better month, thank God. They're having a better month. They're in control of things. They feel better about their own self-confidence. They have not only travel, they have people on their side, and they communicate very well. So finally, all those ideas you're putting through at work to your bosses or whatever, they get approved and they're into action. And the action that you need to put into your ideas is so massive that it might take you late evenings, early mornings, lots of research, great teamwork, in being innovative, motivating other people, which is all very fabulous. You're in the fray of things, so lots of things happening, and sometimes you might not be able to make sense of what's happening, or sometimes you might not be able to get a great result so immediately. So it says be process oriented. Those people who are process oriented and not result oriented manage to get better results than those ones who are just looking at the end to see what they're going to get, because that is very so short-lived. So be in the process of things. If you are a student and you're studying for, like, say, a GMAT exam or entrance exam to do it, you need to put in lots of hours of work, focus, grasp, and probably follow a healthier diet, be more active, and get to your goals before you get to the university of your choice. And if there's a little romantic tip, it says lots of people like you. Oh, meet all, be friends with all, make friendship the base of romance, not the other way around. It probably lasts then a little longer, I'm sure. Disciplined, organized, and beautiful. I love Virgo people. They amaze me. They can be so diplomatic. It makes me very envious of such diplomacy. And with all your diplomacy and perfect calculation, love it. It's very subconscious, it's very inborn, it's a gift. With all of that, you are making tons of money in whatever you put your fingers on. And you can put your fingers on 5 different pies, and all 5 pies are giving you 5 different kinds of money, and you're so enjoying the luxury. You know, it's called perception. To be able to pick up the right thing, the right contract, the right people. It's such a gift, and you're using the gift sometimes not. That's what we all do with our gifts. But in the month of October, you are using the gift to the hilt. You're not only focused, you're blessed, and you trust within you your own inner voice, and you reach out to things and make tons of money. You share your money. There's lots of charities you do. You help your relatives. You go get a luxurious car. You go get the house you desire. Oh my goodness, it's such an abundant, beautiful month that you feel so happy and so well. But money is not everything, and yet it can buy you a lot of things. You might be someone who's getting over a past affair. And so, you spend time indulging yourself, make yourself feel good. That person may not come back, but new people come into your life. So if there's a little tip for your romances, the moment you give up the last one in your head, you meet someone really fascinating, quite by chance. Very cliched statement, but it's really quite by chance. And might sweep you off your feet, even though you are so stubborn when you don't want to fall in love with someone. This person is going to make sure to woo you to the end of time to get, and serenade you to get whatever you desire. So enjoy. Let's go to Librans. Who are probably having a birthday. Yes, they have a birthday month this month with scorpions attached. Very hard-working month. Again, step by step. So you might get a part of a project, and then you might end up to be the most prestigious part of that project, because your seniors and your colleagues and your bosses realize that you're doing your functions so well, so correctly, that they might add some more, and it may appear like you're doing too much work. By the end of it all, you might be handling all, but you feel so fulfilled, you feel so capable, and you feel like you've grown in your project or projects, and you could then become single-handedly quite the star of the project, which is so beautiful, because you didn't really plan it that way. You've tapped your own potential, and everybody's praising you, and you feel good about yourself. Also, if somebody's trying to sell an idea to you, or sell a story to you, or sell some charity to you, or appeal to you in any format, and it doesn't, you're confused. The confusion is equal to no, so say no. A romantic tip is, don't like too many people at one time. It doesn't make any sense. You just come across as non-serious, and you come across as somebody that people don't want to too much hang out with. So you're looking out for a mate, then you must appear steady, single, and super. Yeah. Let's go straight to the lovely Scorpions. Who are always successful, and so you've decided to tap other markets globally in whatever you do, whether it's teaching, counseling, or it could be anything. You've just decided to tap markets outside of your city and state, and to be more daring, and to be more creative, and to try and actually put action into it. You have collected not only enough research, enough support from the outside globally to support your dreams, but you're so confident this month. It's absolutely amazing. You're confident every month, but you're confident with a knowing, and that works. If you're somebody who loves jewelry, you're gonna either reset jewelry, make new jewelry, buy stuff. Maybe it's the festive season, maybe it's an inheritance, maybe you just want to look beautiful. So whatever it is, you're looking absolutely fabulous. It's a great time for writers and publishers and copywriters and people in advertising and film and entertainment, because you get the opportunities to tap your potential and do very, very well. If you are a love tip is that you might like somebody romantically and might not want to discuss it with anyone. How Scorpion is that? But I'm thinking that you must not discuss it, which is good. Keep it a secret till you decide whether this person is even worth announcing to yourself, never mind the world. And if it is, and if he or she is, then you can probably think about it next month. This month you want to have a secret romance. Let's go straight to the optimistic, positive and gregarious Sagittarians who are having a pretty routine month. Everything is routine, low profile. You must have, do whatever is, whatever tasks you're meant to, delegate responsibility. Again, we're working towards something from last month. So it says try not to take too many risks. Make sure that whatever risk you take is calculated and sounded off by other people, supported by other people, then go whatever. You're very cautious this month. You don't want to make a silly mistake. And although you're sometimes reckless and risky and extremely carefree, you have decided to be very programmed this month and give the result. You can add a touch of adventure like you normally do to most of your projects and make them larger than life. That is allowed, but stick to the norm, stick to the rule, and it'll all be very beautiful. Money comes in to you. If people owe you money, people will give you the money and you will be happy. The romantic tip for you is that you're quite the star at every social event, lots of parties, lots of whatever, and you decide to be available to all and not probably pick one person, which is fine, because you're looking for authentic people before you decide that you want to fall in love with someone. If you're already in love with someone, then you probably need to spend more bonding time, have a holiday with this individual or spend some quality time to make sure that your relationship is more bonded. Let's go straight to Capricorn. Focused, and you've decided to take a break this month in October from routine, which could mean two things. Either there's some new lovely idea brewing in your head that you need to delegate the routine stuff to your team and other people and start this off, or you've decided to take a break, focus on your health, which may be an issue, not particularly, but you've decided to have a great mind body spirit connection. So you've decided to work on yourself, maybe renovate your home, maybe take care of your family, maybe buy some lovely plants, have a garden, to do other things that will then not distract you, but make you feel very fulfilled and happy. And then you can move on back to work again. Work is fine. Whatever you have set out to do gets its goals, gets its money, and you are happy. Avoid gossip and politics, because then you'll just be creating stress in your lovely otherwise life this month. The romantic tip is, if you're dating somebody, make sure you know who he or she is. Hang out with their friends. See where it's heading before you take it too seriously in your head and take it to a place maybe it's not. Be real in romance. Let's go to those innovative Aquarians. Who were given lots of warnings last month. You have tons of self-restriction in the month of October because there is so much work that you are burdened and you don't know what to do, what not. And this probably is an issue with you now and then. You're going to have to learn to say no. You're going to have to decide which person. It's not about money anymore. It's not about who pays you more. It's about, who interests you more. And we're not just gathering quality, we're gathering quality. And so your tendency to sometimes judge the potential of the other person could be dashed by the other person not being as filled with integrity or passion as much as you have deciphered of them. So instead of doing research on your so-called clients and deciding which one needs more importance, you need to observe them, you need to bring them up, you need to motivate them, and if they are not, you need to leave the scene. You need to hang out with winners instead of wasting time with losers till they decide to become winners. And so if you have a romantic tip, it is, just because you had a few experiences that didn't turn out to be very not okay, You still need to be open, and you still need to know that love exists inside you, around you, and take on the dates and have fun. I mean, you're alive, and so live. Let's go straight to the Pisces, who were having a tough month last month. And October is beautiful for them. So finally they have created the drama last month, and they've sorted and charmed their way through most dramas, which is what they do with most dramas, both in their personal and professional life. They charm their way out, which is their gift, and they finally come to a place where they have done no wrong, and everybody has moved back and, if not apologized, accepted them for who they are, and they're doing brilliantly at work. They're traveling, they're doing a lot for their family, they're buying lots of gifts for their loved ones, they are traveling, they're supposedly in love, and very happy with their state of being. If there is something that you need to negotiate with somebody, if there's some property or there's other dealings that you need to negotiate with people, I would suggest that you do it in the latter half of October, not start with it, because you need a plan, you need research. And if there's somebody that is not well in your family, you need to spend, or with your friends, you need to spend quality time with that individual and make that person feel really beautiful so that you feel beautiful. And if you have a romantic tip, it is new beginnings all the time. I mean, you grow out of relationships that quickly, so accept yourself the way you are, and move on that you have grown, and figure out what you really want in a romance. You just seem to be drifting or flowing and floating. Maybe you need to discover that you need something more, real, more happy, more grounded, solid, because that's what you've become. Enjoy.